Recently, the movie Heretic came out. It features Hugh Grant, and it is a fictional horror movie that has put a lot of interest on missionaries from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints recently. Despite this movie being completely fictional, it does have a lot of missionary parents and future missionary parents stressed out about sending their kids on missions due to the concern of their safety and well-being, which is completely understandable. And I wanted to kind of address those and share a little bit of my experience as a missionary. I served from 2017 to 2018. I served in a foreign mission outside of the United States. The church has recently released this statement, and it kind of just summarizes all the things that they do to help try to keep missionaries safe and all the safety protocols that they try and have the missionaries train for and follow so that they can be safe while they're serving on a mission, no matter where they are or for how long they serve. Alright, so this is part of the list that the church has in this statement. Some of the key things that weren't followed in the horror movie, which allowed for the bad events to occur within the movie that makes it so horrible and horrifying, were things like staying together in assigned companionships and returning home by 9 p.m. Missionaries do have a curfew, and to make sure that you know that when you're entering the home of someone that you are wanting to teach or talk with, that you are not doing it alone with someone of the opposite gender. This goes for both sister missionaries as well as elder missionaries. And there are a lot of other important things too, like using technology wisely and things like that weren't necessarily shown in the movie, but they do help in any mission situation. This is more stuff. It just goes over things like bicycle safety, driving safety, things like that. In my mission, it was either walked or used public transportation. There was no biking or driving. So my experience as a missionary and the safety protocols that I adhere to are going to be different from other missionaries and their experiences. Overall, as long as you follow the commandments, follow the mission rules, stay up to date with your safety trainings, and you follow the Spirit, you will typically be protected and you will be able to go through your mission without having anything terrible or harmful happen to you. Of course, there are certain variables and things that do happen, unfortunately, that are outside of the missionary's control, and they have a chance of getting sick or injured, things like that, which is always very unfortunate, but very possible. But for the most part, things like that are typically pretty rare, or they're not super life-threatening. I developed tendinitis on the top of my foot because I was walking that much, and I just overused my foot. And that wasn't necessarily something that I could control, just because my mission was mostly a walking mission. And we very rarely use public transportation if we couldn't walk to a specific destination, and that was kind of outside my control. Thankfully, I was able to get the medical care I needed, and I was able to continue with my mission and finish it at the time that I was anticipating, and it was totally fine. One other thing to keep in mind is that there was a study done that showed that youth that were on missions and followed the safety protocols that are set out by the church are typically more safe than their peers who aren't on missions, just because they don't have the same sort of guidelines and things to keep them safe.